Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Jada Street Fighter Sagat. Now, I did get this at Target today. I have been looking. Yes, they do exist. So I was happy to finally find him and Blanca. One thing I do want to say is why I was asking for them to look up at the DPCI. She said these are discontinued, so she was able to actually point me where some of the stores still had them. Doesn't mean the figure is discontinued because BBTS is going to be getting them. Hella Dope Toys, where you can order it, use my code APWT, you get 10% off. But what she's basically saying is that usually means they're not going to be carrying them anymore, or maybe the stock is done, who knows. But anyway, we're going to take a look at this. I'm looking forward to getting him out. He's a big boy, so we'll be comparing him to some of the other figures. Here you can kind of see that the Maximum Hulk has kind of taken care of Blanca. We got a Age of Apocalypse Colossus up there. We got Ken right there. We got some classified. So we'll compare them and you can see exactly how big he is compared to a regular figure. The same thing that we did with Blanca, which I will leave at the end of this so you can watch him. So anyway, here's everything that he has. He's got the head. Here's his full body, a couple extra hands. He's got his effect right there, and then you can see a stand. And of course, it is in the Street Fighter cabinet. On the back, we just get to see what he looks like along with the cross out. But anyway, let's take a look at this because no one wants to continue to look at me. But before we do, if you like this type of stuff, you like when I drop a Jada Street Fighter figure, a review, please take a second. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Jada Toys review. All right, so here we got Sagat out of the plastic, the box, whatever, and we will start with looking at his accessories and what he comes with. So first off, he comes with this stand, which seems to be much taller than the other ones, which is good. It's just a nice little stand, and you're able to move it. So if he's bowing down or in a crouch position, or if he's straight up, you can set it up in different spots. The other one, I think, the other ones that come with the Jada Street Fighters, even though these figures are shorter, I think they're Mega Mans, and they just don't seem to fit right. So anyway, here is his blast effect. You can see all the nice designs right back here. It is soft and pliable, so you don't have to worry about it hurting a kid. Nothing really in there, and then you have the hole right there. So this thing is just going to plug directly into there. And again, you can pose it in different spots that you want. Actually, the front doesn't move. So, can I move it into so many spots, to be 100% honest. The other one, it's angled different. I don't know why I'm talking about that. You can watch one of those reviews and see it. He's got his extra set of hands, which are more like gripping hands. You can see he's got fist hands right there. So looking at this, he's got the paint going across where he has them all wrapped up. You can see some nice knuckles. You can see where his fingernails are. And all in all, it looks pretty good. No issues with the paint, no rub. And then on this hand, we get the exact same thing. So you can see our knuckles. No real striations of veins and different things like that. Although you really wouldn't see too many considering this is taped up. Here is his secondary head with his gritting teeth. He's got the patch going across. Got a big scar on his head right there. You see where his ears are. Just plain white eyes. The teeth look pretty good. Got a total butt chin. And then he has his Nick Fury patch. Alright. So, not bad at all. And then we have the actual figure. And we're going to stand him up. He stands up perfectly fine. I'm assuming we're going to be able to get him in all the wonderful poses that we get to do with all the other Street Fighters. So here we go. Once again, he still has a white eye. He's got the patch, but no gritting teeth. So he just has a straight frown across it. Same scar up there. He's got a scar on his neck. You can see the ears. The butt chin is just as prevalent as it is over there. Looking at his chest, he's got a big scar, and I believe they said it comes from Ryu If I'm wrong, please let me know. I did not follow Street Fighter other than have to sit there with my friends watching. But I love the figures. Alright, so he's got pretty good abs. He's got his chest. Still in pretty good shape, and you got these nice striations right there. He's got the nipple sticking out there. And then once again, you can see the muscular definition even on the rib cage. Looking over here at these delts into his bicep, going all the way down to the taped up wrists. So no matter what you do, he's always going to have tape right there. The paint looks good. It's just nice and white. All right, and you can see how it's wrapped. And you're going to get the same thing on this side over here. I don't know why I'm starting to whistle. Here he has his boxing trunks on. And you can see what's supposed to be elastic going around it. All right, and then you just have what would probably say, would have the logo of the brand that he's using. Striped right down the side, nice and red. He might fit with one of the Cobra Vipers. But you can see the texture within the pants, and you can see the wrinkles, which I think looks really good. As we go all the way down, he has taped up ankles, considering he is not wearing any type of shoe. Though the other figures don't always have taped up ankles, do they? Alright. And there's really nothing on the back except for a very nice developed back. So they do a really nice job of looking at muscularity on real people. Alright, as for the articulation, that's what you came for. He can look it down really nice, and he can look up pretty good. His neck is on a ball joint, or is on a joint, same with his head. So it moves back and forth. Gives him a better range of motion. He can kind of turn to the side here. Look at you kind of weird, or you can kick him. I like that. And then there's your side to side. There is your T-pose, no problem whatsoever. He swivels at the shoulder and swivels at the bicep. Double elbows. Alright, and no heat needed at all. There's his fists, alright, which are going to rock in if you want. No problem. And then he has he doesn't have the ab crunch, he has the diaphragm cut. So he can kind of rock side to side. Now once again, he has this big scar. He would be better off having an ab crunch, because it breaks up the aesthetic. That's up to you if there's something you want to deal with, if it bothers you. So, he can turn side to side. He can rock side to side, so you can hit him pretty nicely. Get some pretty good pictures there. He's going to turn side, and once again, we have a soft, pliable piece right here. The same with the Maximum Hulk around his chest. All right. There is his Jean-Claude Van Damme, which is perfect. And then it goes right back. No drop down hips though, alright? It just moves into the place where they need to, and I'm glad, because I'm not a fan of drop down hips. Just one more thing to go bad. He can sit completely straight like that. He he pivots at his thighs. Knees. Alright, double pinless. He's got some really good articulation. I mean, not that I didn't know it, but for his size and everything. All right, and there you have the ankle, not the ankle rockers, yeah. The boot cut is what it's called. Your ankle rockers and toe articulation. So hopefully he's going to be able to stand on that. That it doesn't always work. So as for the butterfly joints, how well do they work? We got to twist them up here. Make sure we get that. Look at that. That is a hell of a butterfly right there. That thing is cut extremely nice. So once we line it up right there, he can cross over amazingly. This is what we want to see with, let's say, G.I. Joe Classified, so they can hold the pistol. That is really good. If he had a thunderclap, he could thunderclap. All right, as for the head, pop the head off super easy. That small little joint right there. Man. We'll just pop that on. And again, if you're new to the channel, I like to show you what you're getting right out of the box, okay? Are you going to have to articulate them or heat them up? Are you going to struggle to get them to stand on one leg or in fighting positions, right? Hands come off super easy. All right. Now this guy is, I think, $32 is what I paid for him at Target. He is $35 over at BBTS right now, or you can go to Helidope Toys. I do believe they're still on pre-order. Use my code APWT and you'll get 10% off. So he stands without a problem. All right. Can we get him on 1 foot? I'm going to say we probably can. I don't even think I'm going to struggle. That was really easy. All right. Can we get him in the kicking position? As this guy is going to kick nice and high. And I've had no issues. I mentioned on my Blanca, I've had Cami in this exact kicking position for about a month, just sitting up behind me. You don't ever get to see it. But no issues getting in a kicking position, which is extremely high. Now looking at the toe articulation, can he stand on his toes? Now, that is always a hell of a question. I know both Spider-Man that I have, the Scarlet Spider and the Maximum, I have no problem. There's no way that I'm getting this guy into it, and no way you're getting a Savage Crucible. So he can stand on his toes. I'm not going to try and do 1 foot because I just don't see that happening. All right. Which is good if he wants to try and be taller than, let's say, some of the other figures that he might be going up against, at least in my arena. All right. So you kind of see exactly how we compose them. Let's see here. Twist this in. I don't really know how his effects work, like what he does. As I said, I don't think he does the exact same thing that Ken and Ryu do. Ken, Ryu. So, but you can kind of make them in that position right there. We're going to drop, or let's raise that up. And I guess that fits perfect. It's actually in a pretty good spot right there. All right. So let's stand him and we'll measure him or compare him to a couple of other taller figures. And again, if you don't know, I try and do this in one take. So if we can just adjust the camera just ever so slightly, we will. So there we go. So let's start off with his counterpart that comes in this 2-figure wave, and that is your Blanca. And he's actually much taller than Blanca, which Blanca is a nice size. Here is our Chun-Li. As you can see, he's definitely going to tower over her. Here we have Ken. You can see just how much bigger he is. We got Bison right here. All right. Towering over everyone. As a matter of fact, I believe these two work together, if I am correct. I'm going to grab this Age of Apocalypse Colossus, which I absolutely love. So what a wonderful figure. He looks amazing. You can see exactly how much taller he is. He's just a slight bit bigger. All right. We'll grab our classified Rock and Roll. All right. He looks pretty good right there. Comes right up to his shoulder. So you can mix and match. But let's get our Maximum Hulk out here. I know this makes people maximum angry. It does not make me maximum angry. Because the fact is, I like this figure. I didn't really think I was going to like it that much. But you can see exactly how much bigger Hulk is compared to this guy. And we kind of put them back to back. But there's really no comparison there. Alright, so there you go. That is your Sagat. Now it's time to do some photography so I can do a thumbnail. Well, actually, I gotta end this first, so. But you guys know what I'm doing. Trying to get the Hulk knot. That guy struggles to stand. I am not gonna lie. All right. So there you go. That is our Jada Street Fighter Sagat. He's the big boy. Again, 30 or 32. They were 30 originally. Then I think they went up to 32 as people were waiting for them. BBTS, I know, has them for 35 right now. But there he is. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I like having some of these bigger boys that we can fight. He's got a big scar. I think Wolverine can probably do some maximum damage to this guy. So, here he is. If you like the Jada Street Fighter, this is just a bigger buck. I think you're going to be able to play and do all kinds of things. You see him standing on one foot. I think it's awesome. And you can even use the toe articulation. What a concept, people. Toe articulation, that actually works. But I spent enough of your time, and I definitely appreciate it. So please, if you don't mind, as you're leaving, please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Jada Street Fighter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the last video I did, which is Blanca, and down here will be a playlist of all the Jada toys that I've done. Take care.